Hello, everyone. Let's move it forward. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our session, Surviving, Thriving in Australia. So today, in this presentation, Dr. Samila Mutumini, our operations director, and also Ms. Rekha Arya Singh, head of administration, are joining with me to help to get a maximum outcome in this session. And also My myself, I'm Rishan Guru Singh, Managing Director of the Royal Migration Center. So this session is designed for newly arrived or soon to arrive international students. We will talk about how to uh, prepare for life in Australia, what to expect, and how to make your experience successful, safe, and enjoyable in Australia. Right, let's go to the next slide so that we can start the thing. So in the first slide, so we have our services listed in here. So you can choose, like, this is just a summary. So we do like a lot of other services. You can find all these services in our website www.royalmigrationcenter.com. And also you can go to our Facebook page, Royal. You can search in the search bar in Facebook, Royal Migration Center, then you will find all the information in there as well. So also we are available in Instagram, and we are available in YouTube as well. You can also see the our this, the webinars and the other presentations also included in our YouTube channel as well. So you can access and have a look like anytime. Right. Today we will explore important things like cost of living, what to do in your first week in Australia, how to find a job once you arrive to Australia, and budgeting tips, and many other useful things that we are going to talk about today. Uh, Take the notes and ask if you have any questions, and make the most of this session, right? And it could save your time and also the money and the stress as well. And you can call us anytime. So we have our numbers listed in the end of this session, and also you can access those numbers in our website as well. Call us anytime, right? Get the information. Right, if you go to this slide, you can see it's a little bit comparison, the among the countries, the cost of living. So you can see few countries, like especially I have taken in here like to consideration the English speaking countries like Australia, USA, UK, Canada, and New Zealand. So their cost of living is listed there. So you can see like it is bit, I mean, in middle range. You can see the Europe countries are like really less when you compare to the other English speaking countries. But the problem is like you will get the language barrier and limited English programs and lower tuition, but fewer part-time work rights as well. When we compare to the Australia, the other English speaking countries, you can see like slightly Australia is better than compared to the other countries, like with the cost of living. So you can get an idea. Also, just to giving you a hint, like these slides will be available in our website if you go to the our forms section. So, and in the form section, you can see like most of the other documents that you can download from there too. Right, the next one. Mm. Yeah, Australian states and territories. So this is the comparison inside Australia. Like when you have a look this table. So I need to tell you like before talking about this one, because We just targeted like in your mind with the tables, because when we listed the most of the things in the table, you will get a clear idea. It will be really visible as well. Hopefully, I think you will get a good understanding once you read like the separate these columns and all the lines. So please do the notes. If you have any questions, then you can ask us like at the end of the session, right? So you can see in here, New South Wales, uh, and the main places like Victoria, New South Wales, and the Queensland. So relatively big cost of living, like in these states. But when you go to the Tasmania, Northern Territory, and also the Australian Capital Territory, relatively less cost of living. But these figures are like the as I mean they are taken from the Australian calibration. But when we compare to like the because when some from Sri Lanka, let's say from South Asian country, from India, Sri Lanka, or Nepal, or Bangladesh, so these countries, if they come here in Australia, they just do the, I mean, like, the bit different way. They have like their own culture. So they usually do the, like, their own, I mean, cooking in the home. So because of these things, you can save a lot of money. And also you can like the prepare some meals for a week, and you can store them in the fridge. So these kind of like practices will save some money. So this is not like the when we compare to our style of our life, so it is bit different than the normal way. So if you able to see this one, so these figures just taken from like how a usual Australian, how usual person in Australia, just they spend some of sort of money like in monthly is bit higher than the normal our expenses. So even though if you wanted to expense a lot more, that's the way of living is also matters. Like when you wanted to spend some of the money on like the higher brands, like say, so for an example, you wanted to buy a t-shirt, so you can buy the t-shirt from the Kmart like for $20, $30, but also you can buy the same t-shirt, like something like t-shirt in a very good brand like, let's say, the Nike or Adidas. So sort of these I mean brands are like bit expensive, like around 130, $200, something around. Also, if you want to go more higher than that, so there are a lot more expensive, I mean, t-shirts in the market. So that's your choice. You can choose. Like when you are a student in the first period of the time in Australia, I assume like everyone would go for a cheaper products when they come to until they settle down, like in the later of their stage. Okay. Yeah. So this is the university fee comparison for an international student. So yeah, when we talk about like the universities, like there are a lot of universities that there are a lot of universities, like with the in Australia, and there are like government universities and also the private universities also there, but mostly the government universities are available to study in Australia. In these universities, when you have a look, like I know, like any of these students, when they think about to go Australia, they will do their own research. It is very usual in today's contemporary world. People think about, researching in the internet, and all the information is included in the cloud. So you will be getting all information in sometimes in one place. So when you have a look this information, you will see like the some of the universities are the courses are in the higher price, the very very high end. Like the others are some of them are like lower price. So because of this, it's very challenging you to select what university is supposed to be the one that you are going to choose, like in your life, like to do your, I mean, things, your life. I mean, you need to like not to make your life like in the right pathway. So, which means you need to find the right course and the right university with the right price, isn't it? So I hopefully believe like everyone would love to go. Some of like, a few of the people they wanted to go for the higher price, but like most of the general students, like they are just looking um, the middle range prices. But some of the students prefer not to go smaller. I mean, prices, universities or the colleges, because some institutions are like very cheap, but the quality of the education may not be the standard as the other universities. So everyone has to think when they choose a university, a good place, a right place, the possible places as well. Not the right place and everything, but you supposed to choose the possible place when you compare to the cost, because not everyone can afford the every I mean cost of the course. Right. Okay. Hopefully, I think you can understand about this one as well, as because in this table it has given like what are the sort of universities in the high level prices universities, and then there are moderate universities as well, and also the lower and also the very lower as well. So this is just a example of like the giving an idea like the most popular universities and most popular institutions in Australia. But there are a lot of, because more than 100 universities in Australia, so they uh, their prices will be like slightly different. Like when we go to see the same course in the same manner, right? Okay, we have a look. The next slide. In this table, you can see, well, a university-wise comparison. Just they have. I mean, we have given here in because it's the most popular course. It's like in among the student is IT. So the IT you can see here. Um, um, just same post. So sorry about this. My mind be distracted like with the calls keep ringing my phone. Okay, that's okay. Back to the session. Right here. Yeah, obviously, you can see the University of Melbourne or University of Sydney. If you wanted to go there, like you can see the annual course price for IT course will be like 52,000, 53,000. As same as if you go see the Torrance University or the Charles Darwin University is 26 to 32. So this is like the huge difference. So I think you need to be really careful when you choose a course, like because if you cannot afford the course, you will lose your, I mean, confident in Australia. Also, you will get stressed, and also you will be stuck in the studies because you cannot afford the course. So a lot of things to be considered when you choose the right course, right? And also why I think like according to the Department of Home Affairs, international students should budget at least 24,000 per year for, I mean, for living expenses. But realistically, it is like closer to 30,000, 35,000. Oh, sorry, yeah, it is 30,000 because they have increased that money up to 30,000. If you live like a city in Melbourne or Sydney, but typically it is maybe going like a little bit lower when you go to regional states. And so when we compare, like the weekly budget should be expect to spend anywhere in Australia like around from 500 to 700 per week, I guess. So for rent usually goes like 180 to 350 for a shared housing. Oh, and also the groceries like 70 and 120 per week. Transport you will spend like about 30 to $50 a week, and utilities. You will be wondering like why I'm talking about like related to water, because in some countries they just consider the monthly expenses, and but in Australia mostly they talk about like weekly prices. So that's why I'm talking with the weekly manner, right? And the utilities obviously $20 to $40 per week. And also the mobile and internet, you will spend about like $30 to $50 a week, $10 to $20 a week as well. So these are the some sort of like, the living expenses included. So you need to think about the living expenses plus the course fee. That's why I wanted to explain this one in this slide, right? Yeah. Uh, I think I just jumped the other one because I already explained about these living expenses. This is also available in anywhere in the internet. So when you search like, the minimum required funds according to the Department of Home Affairs, you will get these figures, right? Yeah, we have our own recommendation procedure as well. That's what we here for, because what we're doing as like our, registered agents, we will help you to find the right course in the right place and with your right career goals in the future. So maybe a career goal, maybe you were thinking about like, to settle down in Australia. That's when you complete the education in Australia. So our migration agents are here, and also they will help you to like find the right pathway to get your migration pathways as well. But apart from that, so we're gonna help you from the beginning to end, and also while you are in Australia until you finish your all the process, we are there. So you can ask. Even we are located in Australia, so student get this chance like from offshore Sri Lanka to Australia, our service, right? And our recommendation. So yeah, there are top ranked universities. There are some other industry focused universities you can see in the table. So I'm not going to read everything for you. So it is available in our slides in here, and you can go to our YouTube, or you can go to our website and you can download this information. And also the affordable and PR friendly universities, flexible and pathway options as well. Many students worry about the affordability, yes, but there are some smart ways to make it work, right? Because while you are thinking about like how hard you to find the money, or how hard you to afford your expenses in Australia, but no, there are some smart approaches, so you can go and do. So I'm going to explain a little bit about that one as well. So for an example, you can do diploma to degree pathways. You are going to start with a diploma costing around 7,000 to 10,000 per year. And then later, after you finish the diploma, and then the second year, you can enter into the bachelor's with the credit transfer from the diploma course. As you will gonna save up like up to $30,000 or something, because the course is like, the typical diploma is like around $7,000 to $10,000. It's very cheap, like in a any small institute or somewhere, which is like also the recognized in Australia. And also you can go to other option, is that is the smartest way that I can tell you, but not every courses can be done that such a way, since the availability, right? And the regional university selection also another option. The tuition and the rent are often like 20-30% cheaper than the big cities usually. Like if you go to the uh, for an example, you're gonna choose like University of Tasmania to study instead of you are going to like some Monash University or Melbourne University in Melbourne. So because it's a huge difference in the cost price. So that is a good smart decision if you're able to take that one. And some of the wet programs, obviously the wet programs is cheaper and offer PR pathways, like the easy pathways. For an example, commercial cookery and aged care and also carpentry. So sort of these courses, but we usually do not recommend people to come like the with courses from Sri Lanka as the higher risk of the visa approval when you are applying from the offshore. Like as if the student is in Sri Lanka, if they wanted to come for a commercial cookery, there will be a bigger chance. If you compare to come and study a bachelor's degree, so there will be a huge difference the visa rate, right? Also, once you are in Australia, you can go for payment plans. That is another smart decision. If you cannot afford, maybe like not every people, even like sometimes they will be in trouble. Sometimes finding money in some cases. So then you can go for the payment plans, avoiding the full paying tuition upfront. So, and also you can find, the on campus jobs. If someone coming for a, let's say like research or PhD degrees, yeah, some of the universities they offer the assistantships. So then the students will be able to get these assistantships while the university helping student to pay the tuition fees. So that's one other way. Right. Let's go to the next slide. I think I already explained this one. Affordable study options in Australia. So I'm going to pass this slide as well. Right. Things to do after arriving in Australia. Now, so we had to have like, the think about what we're supposed to do while you are offshore and selecting a course. Right. Now we are in Australia. Let's think that we are in Australia. Now we need to do some set of things. Otherwise, you will have to face a lot of troubles if you don't go these kind of steps, and you need to do sort of things completed in Australia once you put your first pace on board. Right. Uh, your first days are very important. The accommodation, the first thing. Yeah, the accommodation, the first thing in the accommodation. So you can do short term. If you cannot find a place like the long term place, you can do Airbnb or a hostel or some sort of thing. And if you're able to find a long term rental or shared housing or anything, so your matter is closed. No need to think about much. Um, and also you need to inspect the properties sometimes, before you're paying the money, because once you are in the Australia, it is not the right place you to stay, and it is not the right place you to, study, because you are a student, you need to study in Australia, you need to study in the university, you need to do the assignments, sort of things in the home. Let's say you are having a shared house, and the other shared mates in your rooms maybe are really loud and maybe playing music, sort of things will distract you from the education, so you need to think about that as well. Okay, and the next thing is to apply the TFN. TFN means tax file number. In Sri Lanka, we say TIN, yeah, TIN. So sort of the same thing, like it's the different name in Australia, is a TFN. So apply the TFN, you can use to the ATO website. Uh, uh, ATO is the Australian taxation official website. So you can do by yourself, or you can get the help from a accountant. So there are a lot of accountant in Australia. They are not that expensive that you can get their services, and you can do all these set of works like using there, but you have to pay a small amount of fee to them since you are getting their services. Um, typically in Australia, the every services, the government services are available in online, and you can apply by yourself, and you can get these services without having any help from the outsiders. uh, but I always recommend you to get any services through the authorized people, like for taxation, or for a accountant, sort of things. And otherwise, I think if you do the way, things incorrect way. So consequences will be also with you. So please get the expert advice always. And the other thing is opening a bank account. So yeah, of course, obviously you are going to work and you need to get the payment done, payment. So you need to have a bank account because no one paying cash if you're working because uh, every employees in Australia, usually they pays to your bank account. They will transfer money end of the week or fortnight. So they will transfer the money into your bank account. So you need to have a account. And also when you wanted to purchase sort of like your groceries and everything, you need to have a card or any digital method that you need to pay. So it is mandatory to you to have a bank account in Australia. The next thing is getting a SIM card, local SIM card in Australia. Yeah, well, there are a lot of providers available in Australia. Unlike in Sri Lanka, when you get a phone number, if you are changing the provider, you have to change the phone number too. But in Australia, you don't need to do that one, since the number you will get, let's say the first number you are going to get in Australia, and you can use this in your whole life. Because whether you are using Optus provider, Telstra, or Vodafone, Amazing, or Boost, the thing is you can keep your phone number with you, jumping any of these providers. So the monthly cost usually will be around 30, 40 if you are going for only SIM plan. But if there are a lot of other ways in Australia, you can get a like the SIM card plus the phone as well. When if you are going for a phone or something, the latest phone, then the monthly bill will be around $120. So if you are going for a SIM only, it will be $30, $40. So also like this the Boost SIM also providing free minutes to Sri Lanka, and some other providers also like they give free minutes to Sri Lanka. Hopefully, so if I am a new student, I obviously get a SIM with free minutes to Sri Lanka. Otherwise, it will be I know that the WhatsApp and everything is available right nowadays, but when you wanted to call a government office or anywhere, you can call through a WhatsApp. So then you need to have a definitely um, you know the calling credits, right? Okay. The next thing is activate your overseas health insurance. So you need to contact the health provider, maybe the Bupa Alliance, or also other providers as well. So whoever the insurance provider, you need to call them and you need to update that you already in Australia with your visa grant. So then your overseas student health cover will be activated. The other things I don't need to like talk about because the permanent residence and everything, so it is not like relevant to you. I think the sixth important point is update education provider. So once you arrive in Australia, within 7 days of arrival, you need to update the address, phone numbers, and your emergency contact. So you need to do this one. Otherwise, you will be breaching the visa. So make sure, even though you just change your address multiple times in Australia, as soon as possible, you need to inform that one to the university. If you go to your visa conditions, that is mandatory. It is a visa conditions. So keep it in mind. Okay. Right. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Yeah. Well, obviously, the university will invite you to attend to the orientation. So the orientation is mandatory. So this is the event that you will get the information of the university, the places you need to, get services in university. They will give you a brief introduction in university. Um, and also you will learn about the attendance policies, academic support, and student services in the university. So then attending the orientation is very mandatory. Right. public transport, understanding the public transport and the discount. So in each countries, you will get different methods. For an example, so the Mikey card is available in Victoria, so that you can use this Mikey card to do the public transport, like the transports like buses and trains. Yeah. And yeah, so this is a card that you can top up the money and you can reuse it like multiple times. Okay, and finally, I think obviously the main thing is you need to know your rights as a student in Australia, as a worker in Australia. So yeah, the Fair Work Ombudsman protects the international students. You can, if you have any problem like with your university or a workplace, anywhere, so you can contact the Fair Work Ombudsman. So then that is a free service that they will help you to get their services to resolve your matter. So the www.fairwork.gov.au is a website. You can go there and you can search. I mean, you do this one like before getting any trouble in Australia. Read these things, get an idea. Okay, and so the government also has given ESOS Act that protects the international students' rights. Read this one as well. Then you know your rights. Okay. Next important thing. Oh, okay. Well, in here, so the finding a job is one of the other important thing. But before that, you need to search a accommodation. So the accommodation, yeah, obviously you can. I have given here like the list of website that you can find accommodation, but just to make sure, some of these like the ways are maybe scams. So please be mindful when you pay the money. Double check before you pay any money, right? Because usually, if someone asks you to deposit some money, because you need to do the key money, right? So the key money in Sri Lanka usually pays everyone for 6 months, but in here it usually a 1 month key money, right? Uh, so please be mindful about that one. I mean, scams are really available in Australia. When you do like the Facebook, you can search the Facebook groups and the friends referral, and then you will be able to find accommodation. We jump into the next. Yes, the mostly other important thing is finding a job in Australia. Yeah, start simple and close to your community. Ask friends who have already been there for months, right? I mean, in Australia for months. Also, you can go into the Facebook groups. So you can type like the jobs for international students in any of the city. Let's say for an example, Melbourne. Jobs for international students in Melbourne. So you will get a list of like the available jobs. And also, I would, if I am you, I would like the approach to the restaurants and the supermarkets and also the farms, or yeah, and the aged care is like the other popular place among these international students. Yeah, obviously go there and you can give your resume to them. Then they will, if they have like any availability, obviously, yeah, you will get the support. Right. Mm, um, well, when we talk about the resume and the job support, well, your resume must match the Australian standards. I mean, what I recommend is no photos. Like in Sri Lanka, you usually put a photo in the side on the top, but I don't think it is mandatory in Australia. You need to include the references, and also so you can include your visa types and everything, and then because the employer will get to know like how many hours you will be able to work for them, and try to get the help from the university career services if you are going for a TAFE, and because there are migration service centers, also the local libraries as well, because they have like some receiving workshops. And the I have given here the job available when you wanted to find the jobs in internet. So the Seek, Indeed, Jora, Gumtree is a good place to find part-time employments, and also the full-time. But for a student, you can't find, But if someone coming for the masters and the dependent will get the full-time work, right? So they can find a full-time work in Australia through these websites. So the most popular in Australia is like this Indeed, Seek, and Jora. Well, I would also recommend everyone to the go. I mean, contact some recruitment services as well in Australia, because these recruitment services are really helpful to get their services, because they will help you to find the jobs through them. And some of the recruitment agencies still you need to go through them, but some of the recruitment agencies they will directly recruit you in the employers. Excuse me. Well, so Hayes Recruitment is one of the popular, and also the other places you can see the other side in the websites, relevant websites so as well. Yeah. Yeah. So the most common part-time jobs, bit hard. Well, really dry my mouth. So yeah, back to point. The most common part-time jobs in Australia I'm talking about like part-time just for students. So these jobs are really popular among the international students. I'm not talking about only Sri Lankans, all of the international students of all over the world. They are coming in Australia, then they are doing some these part-time jobs. So this is really available in Australia. In hospitality, yeah, you can work as a waiter, barista, or kitchen hand, right? And also, if you have like the previous skills like from Sri Lanka, so you can use that skills in here as well. You include those skills in your resume. So you can work as a retail assistant. For example, um, there are big supermarkets in Australia like Woolworths, Coles. They do hire like a lot of international students. They do give like a lot of hours to them as well. This is really helpful, like that if you have any good connection inside, and referrals to that will work as well. So retail assistant is a good choice, yeah. And a lot of people among international students, they do like cleaning as well in Australia. It's really popular. And also delivery driver, you can do Uber driving, you can do DoorDash, you can do like menu log. So these delivery platforms are available, so you can work. So this is available in Sri Lanka as well. This is available in Australia. Sorry, and also the HK assistant, warehouse packers. People often call like um, the factory jobs, the warehouse packer. Call center agents. If you have like very good English, yeah, obviously contact the call centers. They will give you employment there. And you can do the tutoring. Yeah, some of the students or come here. They come for the PhD or masters, but you still can do the tutoring. Like for example, if you are really competent in chemistry, you can do the chemistry tutoring even in Australia. because in the secondary education, some of the students they do follow this one and they're just seeking the help from the tutors. Event stuff like there are some places who do like events like the event organizing things. You can join to them and get the work. As also the farm work. If you are going to regional Australia, there are a lot of farms in Australia. So you can get a farm work or fruit picking sort of jobs. I have listed like the few of the Facebook groups. So I think I do not really want to explain that one like further here. Since you all know everyone like the how to find a jobs like the searching in social media platforms. So you can next one is also the same. Read this information. I'm telling you again. So these slides are available in our website. If you go to our website forms section, the forms section you can see in the very bottom. So this is available. You can download it. And also our um, this webinar is also we are uploading to our Royal Migration Center YouTube channel. So if you wanted to go there, you can have a look like this one every time. Also, this is available in our Facebook page as well. Yeah, going to give a little sum up. Well, the monthly budget for a student. Well, you can see in this pie chart the other hand. So the biggest part goes to the rent, and small part is goes to the utilities and also phone bills, transport, so these things. Biggest parts go to rent, uh, and you know you can reduce your personal entertainment if you want, but you cannot reduce like much about like the groceries. Yeah, the usually rent is a maybe 900 a month if you are a couple, and I mean if you are using a shared house. Food groceries you will spend about $400 in a month, and the transport you spend about like 120 a month. But if you're using the public transport only, it is bit cheaper than like you are using a car, because you need to do some the maintenance and the registration payments and the insurance payment altogether. It will be a bit expensive per month. Mobile and internet you will have to spend about $60. Utilities, yeah, monthly $100, let's say. Study materials, and because you need to buy some materials like pen, pencil, and also know it accordingly. If you are doing a vocational, you will have to get some related equipment as well. So it will be around, let's say, $80. And entertainment or personal expenses, so you can cap that one in the $200 place, but you can, yeah, obviously reduce that one, right? Total will be around like 1,860 a month. Yeah, you can see. So this is a rough idea about the groceries in Australia. So the most commonly, how much is the bread loaf and yeah, eggs, bottle of water. So this is a list. So I'm not going to read it for you. You can read it, get an idea. I think this webinar series is really helpful if someone expecting you to come Australia in the first time, right? So this is not for like whoever the students who already in Australia for quite some time. No, this is for new students. Okay, right. Next slide. I think we are going to end. If you have any questions, please you can raise your hand right now. and we will answer you. Or you can keep your question in our message bar, or you can message to us. You can personal message to us, or you can call us and ask. In any way, we will give our responses. These are our contact details. Please contact with us. And our Sri Lanka office is located in Kelaniya, really close to the University of Kelaniya as well. So you can visit there. You can get the idea. Like, our counselors are available there. You can talk to them. Or if you are a student who is in Australia, you can call us. You can personally contact me. These are our numbers. And if you are living in Tasmania, you can personally visit to our office, because our office is in Tasmania, in Mona. Yeah. I think hopefully you will get the other information going to our website www.royalmigrationcenter.com, and info@royalmigrationcenter.com is our email address that you can contact us with the email as well. I think the end of the session, yeah. So thank you for being a part of this session today. Remember, at Royal Migration Center, we are here to guide you from the enrollment to employment to permanent residence in Australia. Surviving is the smart choice. Thriving is about using your support network. Let's stay connected with us and with you as well. Once you connected with us, join our group, our Facebook groups, and also the follow our updates and reach out whenever you need it with these phone numbers and everything. We wish you all the best in your journey. Thank you.